What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode. For the longest time, I've been wanting to redo this garage. Slowly but slowly, we've been, piecing things together. As you can see from the previous episode, we got the walls repainted. And a lot of this is inspiration from Obsessed Garage. I know a lot of you guys that probably follow him, maybe have done the same thing, but we changed it up a little bit, nothing too crazy. We wanted to go with Swisstrax, but we went a different shade of gray. I believe we went with pearl gray, and I can't wait to get this installed. This is gonna transform the garage. And what I noticed in other people's videos that they did installation of Swisstrax is that it kind of makes your garage look bigger because it's all uniform on the floor. It kind of hides all the imperfections, whether you have stains on the floor from, whatever stains from the previous owner that lived in the house or anything like that. But check this out, there's 16 boxes here and we're gonna have a lot of work to do. All right, we have 16 boxes here. This is a lot of boxes to do, so, and throughout the installation, I'll chime in, I'll tell you why I went with the Swisstrax. And a lot of people that are unfamiliar with this will give you guys some ideas of some of the pros and cons and maybe something that you want to do for your garage. But I'm super excited. I've been watching this for years, and Swisstrax was actually having a sale for Black Friday, and it was something that I had to jump on. It was something that was like 20% off, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I just took the splurge and bought it. So we got 16 boxes to do, and I'll take you guys throughout the process. And one of the things is that, it was 20% off on Black Friday, and I've been eyeing this type of project for the garage for a little bit. So I just decided to go full send and, make it happen. 20% off definitely saved me some money. And then obviously when you spend a certain amount, it's free shipping. But 16 boxes was not cheap to ship, so definitely was well worth it. So what I'm gonna do is probably just take my Ego blower and just blow any dust or anything else out of here before we begin, and actually move everything along the wall on that side and just shift it over here, because we're gonna do one at a time, one side at a time, and kind of get this started. There's gonna be so much to do in this garage. So along with the Swisstrax flooring, we also have Obsessed Garage, the 3-car lighting solution. So those are from Prime Lights. I'm not gonna be able to film that because I'm not gonna be home when that gets installed. I have an electrician coming in and he's gonna install all those lights. I'll show you what it looks like now, and then we'll see how it looks later on. And it's gonna make this garage brighten up so much more. These factory, or whenever you build a house or when you get into a house, these lights that come with the garage do no justice for the lighting. And most people don't need any better lighting, but this does. For a car guy like yourself and myself, it is absolutely worth to get the proper lighting in the garage. So I'm gonna take you guys a little closer look of these modular tiles from Swisstrax. I went with the pearl gray, and then we're gonna do a border of black. I think it's gonna get a good contrast. I didn't go with the typical slate gray that Matt Mormon recommends. And one reason is because I wanted to go with a little lighter tone, and this is a little lighter than slate gray. So one of the best things about this whole system is that you don't need any special tools. The only tools you may need is to kind of angle the shape of it as it fits on these unique places of the wall, right? Where you need to do some cutting and stuff. You don't need any glue, concrete, or sealant or anything like that. It's like playing Legos, right? About putting pieces together, applying a little bit of pressure, and it all snaps in. So this is gonna be used towards where the garage door is, where it opens and closes, and we're gonna line this along that side of the garage, and we're gonna start clicking this all together, and then we're gonna have a black border. So I'm gonna take you guys throughout the process, but again, super high quality, and one of the best things is that it's very durable, and we'll talk more about it as we get continuing with this whole installation process. To be honest, this is actually relaxing. The only thing I can see this being is very time consuming. One thing I'm kind of frustrated right now is that over the edge where my whole house water filtration system, I'm unable to lift that right now. It's all plugged in to the house and they all have it leveled with all the piping. So I can't deviate it up or anything like that or even raise it up. So I'm pretty much gonna have to build or cut out some Swisstrax around the shape of that corner. And that's the only thing that's a pain in the butt part. I'm almost done laying out the Swisstrax along the garage door for the double bay. And then we're gonna close the garage a little bit to kind of fit it exactly where we want it, because you don't want it kind of peeking out of the garage, but you also don't want it too far in where you're not getting enough square footage of the floor. So we're almost done. We're gonna close the garage door and kind of get that done for you guys. So I'm gonna take you guys a little further in, but as you can see right here, the garage door is actually recessed a little further out than where the concrete begins in my garage. So I can technically go straight up to the edge. So as you can see from where my hand is, this is where the garage door is, and there's a gap with pavers. And also, again, this edge here is where the concrete slopes in and begins the garage. So I'm gonna basically put it right at the edge, and then we're gonna slowly outfit the rest of the garage and take you guys along the process. And one of the things too, as you can see right here, it's not gonna fit right. So you need a tool to be able to cut it, and you kind of have to measure it out. And we'll cut another piece over there to kind of make sure that fits. So we'll do all the measurements and cutting later on, and then we can kind of outfit whatever we need for the rest of the garage. And now what I'm thinking, you can already see how it looks pretty cool and textured on the floor. And it's gonna be all uniform all across. And one thing I'm thinking now is that if I really wanna go with the black border right after the first row, or do I wanna do 2 rows deep and then have the black border in the middle? But I'm really thinking I'm probably gonna do the black border right after the first row of pearl gray. So let's continue with it. It's only been about 15 minutes, but it's really not that hard. So you could go technically with one base color all around. I do think that the black border I'm doing around, which Obsessed Garage has done many times, gives a little bit more character. You could go a little bit more excessive and have different patterns and stuff, but I definitely think this is a cleaner look. And you really don't need to clear out your whole garage to do this. You could do it in sections. Obviously, I emptied out this portion of the garage, so when I'm done with this portion of the garage, I'm gonna take all that stuff and put it over here, and vice versa, get that side completed. I know people empty out the garage and leave everything in the driveway. For me, I know I'm not gonna finish this today. So. Deciding the color for this flooring, originally I thought I was going to go with the OG spec and kind of just go with what he's thought that was probably the best combination of color. But I'm actually really glad I went with the pearl gray. It's a lighter tone, maybe not by too much, but it definitely helps making this garage a little bit more brighter, especially with these horrible lighting. Again, that's going to change, I believe, sometime next month. Just so busy. This garage is slowly coming together, and it's becoming my dream garage, something that I've always envisioned when we first purchased the house. And to be able to stand here or kind of squat here doing this piece by piece together, it's pretty surreal, because I've worked pretty hard on making sure we can get this make this happen. Thank God I'm doing this somewhat cooler weather. And the funny thing is, when I was deciding what color I wanted, I probably spent about an hour looking at different videos, photos, and I finally decided I wanted to go with the pearl gray. But yeah, when you spend a lot of money on certain things like flooring, lighting, you want to do your research. You also want to like make sure that your final decision is exactly what you want it, because if not, it is going to be a costly mistake because you order all these pieces and you can't really do anything but, you know, stick with it. All right, it's definitely coming along. Unfortunately, that fail with that floor tile cutter is not going to work. So I'm going to go to the drawing board on that, but I'm still going to continue laying out these tiles so I could kind of still get this going. That's the unfortunate part. All right, so here's a key tip. Number one, this place is gonna be a mess. That's a key tip. But check this out. When you're putting these tiles together, most likely you're not gonna get every single piece flattened. So if you look at it from an angle, as you can see right over here, that tile in the middle of the screen is popped up. So you could stand at the edge of the garage and kind of look at it and see what's raised, and also on the far end. So as you can see right here, that's one area that's raised, and you can see over here too that that piece is all raised up. So it's good to take a step back and to see what areas need a little bit more attention. So just basically step on or just using your hands, and it's super simple. But this is all coming along, so there's so much more for me to do. I do need to get the edge pieces all done. That's gonna be probably on another day. I got majority of it done. The right side of the wall, I need to move all that stuff and to be able to get that tiles laid out. I'm not gonna do that now because it's gonna be a pain, because I still need to get something to cut the tiles with. So I'm gonna do that probably over this week. And then when I get that, I'm gonna probably just continue the rest of the video. All right, so this is what's left. Just the side pieces, that back wall, and pretty much that's it. Yeah, even though it's not complete, it looks so good in here. And the car with a cleaner background of the floor, it looks amazing. So stay tuned. On the next clip, we're gonna be finishing up the rest of it. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll leave a link down below in the description where you can buy these at. But by far, this definitely transformed the whole garage. All right, so it's actually Christmas Eve right now. I'm filming this live, but I did want to give you guys a little look of the garage. A lot has changed. There's so much more to come, especially the lighting. I mentioned the lighting a few times, but that is going to be all swapped out in the near future. But check the final product out. All right, so as you can see, everything's pretty much done. You know, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I got all the edge pieces there. The really difficult part on my end was actually getting this corner. I was able to get it all around this home house water filtration system. I do need to work on the edge piece over there. Just ran out of time. But as you can see, this is all lined up on the sides. Some of it's not the straightest, and I gotta admit to it, but everything is coming along. This is all the scrap pieces that, you know, throughout the cutting of the edge pieces, you kind of end up with a lot of, you know, leftover pieces from, you know, you sacrificing for the edge spots. But also too, I did want to mention we do have a new ladder that goes to the attic of the garage, and that was installed a few days ago. That pulls down. So what I'm gonna do is probably throw some of that stuff up in the attic. A lot of that is actually the merch that we're gonna be bringing over to the invasion of West Palm. But I wanna thank you guys for watching this video. If you could do me a solid, hit the thumbs up, it definitely helps my channel. And I appreciate everybody that's been, supporting this channel and also supporting my journey in the automotive, I guess you could say, journey. But if you guys are seeing this after Christmas, which you guys probably are, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year to you and also your family. I'll see you guys in 2025. Peace.